All right, this is a formal, so let me make sure you guys understand dress attire. All right, first of all, let's deal with the gals. Dress attire for the gals. First thing you need to know, strapless, no straps is okay. It's okay. Plus sign, yes, you can do it. Yay! That's the big difference between a formal and an on-campus semi-formal. On-campus semi-formal, you can't go strapless. Off-campus formals, you can go strapless. So know that you can do that. As far as dress code goes for the girls, this is drama every single year, so let me break it down for you. If you think that your dress might not make dress code, then bring it in and show Miss Meshworth. Show her the dress because she's going to be the AP that night that's going to kind of be dealing with it. Worst case scenario, take a picture of you in your dress. Don't just take a picture of the dress on the rack because dresses fit different people differently. Put the dress on, take a picture, bring the picture in and show Miss Meshworth. She'll be able to tell you, okay, yes, no, maybe so. Here's the worst case scenario. You show up to the formal that night, your dress doesn't meet dress code, the administrator's standing there and they're saying, sorry, you don't meet dress code, you can't get in. You basically have three options at that point, which is really ugly. We don't want to deal with any of it. So here's what you do. You can turn around, go home, change your dress, and then come back. Nobody wants you to do that. You're at the formal. I want you there. I want you to have fun. So what I've done is I've come up with, this is not a perfect scenario. I realize this. But what I did is I went out and bought a bunch of camis, all new colored camis. You roll up. Worst case scenario, you're out of dress code because you didn't check ahead of time. You're not going to be able to get into the formal. So what you can do is you can pay me the cost that I paid. It's $5 that I paid for the cami. You can buy a cami. You can put it on under the dress. Put your dress on over it. You're now in dress code. You're good to go. You can come into the formal. That's not a good situation, but at least it gets you into the dance. So you got dress issues. You got questions about it. Come see somebody. Take a picture. Get it all taken care of ahead of time. Guys, this is a formal. It is not mandatory that you wear a tuxedo. That is customary. That's what most people do. But if you got a nice suit that you want to wear, you don't have the money, you don't want to blow the money on a tuxedo, all is good. Come in and talk to me about it. Tuxedos is usually where people go, but don't worry about it. Now, I'm going to give you a tip, guys. Listen to me very, very, very carefully. Blue is a color, but there are a lot of different other colors like blue that we don't know about because we're guys. Some of us might know, some of us may not. You're going to need to know the color of your girl's dress. Take your date with you to get your tuxedo. Be like, hey, I'm going to go get my tux, come with me. A, it's kind of fun and cool for you to go out. It's part of the experience. Plus, they're going to make sure you get taken care of. Because when you roll up to the tux shop, they're going to be like, okay, what's your girl's dress? And if you say blue, and it's actually periwinkle, there's a big difference. I don't really know what it is, but it's a big difference. Or instead of red, it's mauve, or salmon, or chartreuse, or there's all these funky colors. So, bring the date with you. Now, if your date's not available, this is where we love mommies. Bring your mom with you. Moms know this stuff. I don't know where it is genetically, but they can figure this stuff out. Worst case scenario, tip number one, ask your date, what color is your dress? You're going to go in, you're going to get the tux guy or gal is going to ask you what color is your date's dress to make sure you match. You say blue, but it's actually periwinkle, you're in bad shape. You say periwinkle, all is good. Don't roll to the tux shop by yourself without any information because you're going to wind up getting the Dumb and Dumber tuxedo looking like an idiot. You're going to show up the night of, your date's going to be like, I'm not going with you. What? Or it might be fun to do that anyway. Who knows? All right. So tuxes, make sure you understand that and get your tux taken care of. Flowers. By no means whatsoever is it mandatory to get flowers, but it is kind of customary sometimes for people to get it. Girls, boutonniere, little flower, you can get them almost anywhere. Flower shops, a lot of grocery stores now even have them. Get the little boutonniere for the guy, you're all good. Usually it's a little red rose or something like that, no big deal. Guys, here's my tip for you. When you go to get the girl's corsage, if you're going to get one, not mandatory in the least, but if you're going to get her corsage, what you don't want to do is get a pin-on corsage, because here's what's going to happen. The night of the event, you're going to roll over to her house, you're going to go to pick her up, all the family's going to be there, the camera's going to be out, oh, look, they're going to the formal, oh, it's go so, and you're going to roll up, you're like, hey, here's the corsage, and you're going to pin it, and it's strapless, and where do you, and oh, what, and the dad's going to be sitting there with his shotgun, you're going to touch my daughter, where to pin what on who, and it's going to be a bad scene. So when you go to get your corsage, get the little strappy one that goes on your wrist. That's right. There's ones that have a little elastic band that goes around the girl's wrist. It's all looking good. There's no awkwardness. Plus, the girls love that because they get to the formal that night, slip it right off, put it on the table while they're dancing. It doesn't get ruined. Corsages, boutonnieres, you got any questions, come talk to me. We're going to be in good shape. All right, Mr. Thompson, I want to go to the formal. I've gotten everything taken care of. I bought my stuff. How do I get there? I'm a little worried. It's downtown Sacramento. Don't stress. First of all, the directions on how to get there are inside your bid envelope. I told you didn't need to bring your bid, but you do need to get the directions out of there. I've got really good instructions in there on exactly how to get there, exactly how to get home. Once you get to downtown Sacramento, look for the big white sandwich board. I've got a big white sandwich board with balloons hanging from it. This is RHS. It's impossible to miss. When you see that sandwich board, boom! All right, Thompson. It looks kind of dumb, but I know where to go. So you'll be able to get exactly where you need to go. Also, as far as security, we're going to have Rocklin PD, our on-campus police officer, will be there in uniform with his squad car. We don't need him, but it's just kind of cool to have him down there anyway. So we're going to have administrators. I'm going to be there. We're going to have all kinds of people there to make sure that you're taken care of. It's downtown Sacramento, but don't stress. Everybody gets freaked out about it. Don't worry about it. We got you taken care of. All right, where do I park? Mr. Thompson, downtown. I heard it's really hard to park. I rented out a garage for you. Remember, I took care of everything. Once you get down there, the first sandwich board you hit, that's going to be the garage you go into. I've already paid for it. Don't worry about it. Follow the directions. Everything's going to be very, very good. All right. Now, when you get to your formal, here's how it breaks down. Your formal, when you get there, from 6 to 7 is meet and greet. You're going to come in. You're going to go get a soda. You're going to find your table. There's going to be some appetizers on your table. You're going to be all happy. You're walking around. You're greeting everybody. Everything is all good. Taking pictures, cell phone, the whole bit. You're already putting it up on Instagram. Everything's happy. 7 o'clock hits. Here's where you're not going to like me. I'm going to become the formal Nazi. Because at 7 o'clock, I'm going to make everybody sit down. Go potty ahead of time. Get your drink ahead of time. Do whatever you need to do ahead of time. But from 7 to 8, everybody must be in your seat. And here's why. We are going to be serving over 400 people fully cooked dinner. If you guys are up mingling around, the wait staff cannot get the food out to you in a timely manner. It's not going to come out hot, plus it's going to take a lot longer. You guys are going to want to get dancing, and we've got to streamline the whole process. If I get everybody in their seat, wait staff's coming out, bam, 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 everyone's getting their food. We can get through dinner in probably an hour or less. I can then switch it over to the dance portion, which is really what you're looking forward to. All is good. Trust me on this. If you're out of your seat between 7 and 8, you will not be a happy camper. We'll just leave it there. Sit down from 7 to 8. All right, 8 o'clock hits. Dinner's going to be all done. I have to. Your formals are unbelievably popular. The amount of guest passes that we approve from other schools is phenomenal. We have a very, 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 very good popular formal. So what I have to do is serve you the dinner. Then I got to open up the dance floor. The places that we go to are the largest that are around, and they're still not big enough. So I got to break down tables. So if you buy late after that first day, you're probably going to be at a table that's going to get broken down. I will let you know that. That table goes bye-bye. Your chairs are going to be pushed up against the wall for you to put your personal items on, but you didn't bring any personal items because you listened to me and you didn't do that. So get all that stuff out of the way. I got to break down tables and make sure that everything is copacetic so that we can get the dance floor opened up and all is good. Now, before you ever go to your formal, you got to get your detention cleared. You got to do it because, again, here's what happens. 2 weeks prior to the event, I got to call in all these guaranteed head counts. I pay the money. I obligate the money. You've got delinquent detention. All of a sudden, I get a call from admin. Hey, JT, yeah, what's up? Guess what? These 8 people aren't going to the formal. Really? Yep, they got delinquent detention and they didn't serve it. I can't get your refund. I have to pay all of that money out already. There's no refund that I can get you. Clear your detention ahead of time. If you don't, I can't help you. It's out of my hands. I want you at the formal. It's going to be fun. Get it taken care of. All right, parking we took care of. Detention we've taken care of. The bottom line is this. I want you at your formal. I want it to be the best night of your life. You need to make good decisions. I'm talking about the Every 15 Minutes program. The formal that you're going to go to should be one of the most positive, one of the most glorious, one of the best memories of your entire life. People make bad decisions sometimes, and unfortunately, stuff happens. It should not be an evil memory. I don't want it to be a dark memory for the rest of your life. Make good decisions on your way to, on your way from. Make sure you have a great time. One of my good buddies, Marty Flowers, the principal at Springview, that was his phrase. Make good decisions. I've adopted it from him. When you go to your formal that night, I want you to have a good time. It's your formal. It should be the time of your life. Enjoy yourself. If you got any questions at all, come and talk to me. We'll make it happen.